Hi guys, today I wanted to talk about tax ID, not some new scary tax, just your identity in the tax world, especially if you run a business or collect money in a bank account for work. A tax identification number or tax ID is like your tax fingerprint, a unique number that links you to the Nigerian tax system. For individuals, it often ties into your NIN, your national identification number, and for businesses, it links to your CAC number, your RC number or BN. It doesn't mean you're suddenly going to pay more tax just because you have one. It just helps identify you properly in the tax database. Before now, we had a bunch of different tax identification number floating around, from FIRS to State Tax Board, in the case of Lagos as LIRS, even from JTB, Joint Tax Board. It was messy. It was a case of duplication, confusion, and weak data harmonization. Also, for many business bank accounts, getting a TIN number is more like a normal thing, but the requirement and the process is a bit stressful. Now, that meant tax authorities had the harder time tracking who is doing business, who needs to pay, and how to make sure things are fair and standard across board. With the Nigeria Tax Administration Act, effective January 1st, 2026, this whole thing is being streamlined. The new tax ID will harmonize all the existing identifiers, and in this case I mean TINs, from FIRS, JTB and State IRS into one system. For individuals, your NIN could become your tax ID. For companies, your CACRC number or BN could become your tax ID. And please note that banks and financial institutions will ask for your tax ID for business accounts, not personal accounts. And if you already have a TIN number, please, you have nothing to worry about. You don't need to apply again for any form of TIN. This new tax system is meant to make tax compliance easier, reduce duplication, and help tax authorities properly identify people with business income. Now, say for example, Amina runs a small digital media business. She uses her personal bank account, but she also uses the same bank account to receive her business revenue. Under the new law, the account needs to be linked to a tax ID. Her NIN could be used to generate the tax ID. No new number to chase. Now, in the case of Benjamin has registered the company. His CACRC number could be used to produce his tax ID. So whenever he opens or runs a business bank account, the bank just verifies his tax ID. No more back and forth with different tax boards. Now, in the case of Chinwe, who already has a TIN number, in her case, she's covered. There's no need to register again. Her TIN number is her tax ID. This change is like the government saying, enough of so many tax identity numbers. Let's make one clean, strong ID. It helps tax authorities track who really does business. It helps honest hustlers keep their books clean. And most importantly, it's not about punishing you, it's about simplifying the system so that tax compliance becomes less of a headache.